We're in today with the Intel Arc B580. This is a 2014 video card with 2560 shaders. It's got 12 gig of VRAM GDDR6 running at 2800 MHz on the core clock, 2375 MHz on the memory clock, 192 bits bus width. It's got X8 on PCI Express 4, resizable bar enabled, and today we're gonna pair it up with this i3 10th gen with 4 cores and 8 threads. This is the new mainboard that I'm going to use my i9 in the future because it's got SLI. It's a Z490 Aorus Extreme. It's got 2 PCI Express that is compatible with SLI and Crossfire. One is X16 and one is X8. I don't know if it's working like that. Maybe it's working only with X8, then it's splitting. Actually, it's got 3 slots. I don't know. I want to see in the future how it's going to perform. This is just a temporary case until I manage to put it together in another place so I can utilize all of the slots in the case. I think the best thing we can do for this is just jump in a couple of games and see how it holds. Let's go. Definitely need to start with Doom because apparently the new one is out on the market and I wanted to see how it's performing. Even when I started the game, I seen the commercial that is for the new Doom and I was like, all right, this is gonna be great in this occasion to see an i3 with this B video card because it's got the resizable bar. It's got some very interesting performance from this, but the only problem I know in this case, I 100% the CPU is gonna bottleneck. We're gonna jump in many games to see how it's performing. At this stage, what I've done, I put the video card on maximum detail so I can switch the load on the video card. Ideal will be to not have this amount of details because everything is put on X8, tantalizing maximum quality. Like, what the heck is going on? But wanted to see the video card loaded. This is the only rare occasion in this case that the video card is maxed out. I'm gonna see that because the CPU it's got a problem. All right, so performance wise, I got 4.8 gig of VRAM utilization, maximum core load. The temperature on this video card is fantastic. Well, it's a brand new video card, so shouldn't have any problems. This is good, and in this situation, I can say the video card is doing a fantastic job here with this. This video card is put inside because this is like the first video card that was in hand, so I can put the computer together. That's the only reason, because it was like, all right, I need to assemble it. I need a video card that supports resizable bar, because I need to set it up in such a way so I can see if it's working with rebar, you know, because I want to test video card that has more VRAM and I can benefit from rebar. I have all my computers and that X99 mainboard is like, okay, you don't have rebar, so we need to update you. So this one has got SLI, it doesn't have X16 like the previous, you know, that like that X99 mainboard. I hope it's not going to be a big problem from that speed, but theoretically it shouldn't be because X8 is good with in this case. Let's see, maybe we're gonna get lucky. I'm gonna make this mainboard with the CPU work, but not the CPU. With that i9 CPU is gonna come here in this case with this combination, because this i3 just for the moment I wanted to see how it's performing. I'm not joking. If that Doom is the same, I think it's worth it, because even this old Doom is kind of cool to play with an old video card, and I mean, it's kind of cool to see this video card running with this. This video card needs more uptime, seriously, because it's a freaking nice video card, and you can actually see it's doing right here with this combination, and I think it's worth it. This is good. This is really good. Let me explain why. Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, so 2 things I want to point out. First, one, the temperature on the CPU. It's a freaking i3 CPU and I got like 70 degrees on it. I got with my i9 and that X99 CPU, I got better temperature, but those are 3 fans on it. The size is fantastic. This is an old pump that I put in, like I was using my old computer. I think that i9 I was using it, and I had to put another fan in the back in order to make this work. This, I don't even know what thermal paste is. I think it's got my generic thermal paste with this i3 CPU, and hopefully it's gonna hold until I put a bigger fan on that case. I think this is going to be a very interesting test because out with the B580 in Cyberpunk. And let me show you what I have here because it's very interesting. So I got 80% load on the CPU and 60 nearly to 70% load on the video card. On the graphics, it's custom. We're gonna jump into low quality ray tracing. It's got XE super sampling, and this is as a preset. And this is a fantastic setup. Seriously, I'm gonna show you why. It's got ray tracing on. Dude, this is gorgeous. Look at this, 80 FPS. Now the CPU and the GPU is bound together. This is an insane performance. I can't believe that this video card and this CPU is working like this. Dude, this i3 is bananas. Seriously, how is it possible that this i3 CPU, look at it, both of them 80-90% load. I love it. So low quality ray tracing as a preset with XE as a preset. I seen the drivers updating. I seen the firmware on the video card updating. Like you can keep seeing the updates keep coming in. It's for a good reason. It's working. 80 FPS. It's 1080p, but it doesn't matter. Games like this are becoming a normal thing with a video card like this. I think there is a standing chance on the market with this Intel graphics card. I love it, seriously, I love this idea this Intel is presenting. Just one time I want to show you a DirectX 9 game, S.T.A.L.K.E.R, and see how it's performing. The only problem I have, I cannot go in enhanced full dynamic light. It gives me an error, gives me some artifacts, and I was like, what the heck is going on here? I don't know. So for some reason, good thing I have cloud save enabled, because I entered in another PC and I disable it and I put it like this on normal dynamic light, and when I started the game it took this settings, so I can see nothing. It's just glitchy everywhere. So like this with 1080p. I wanted to show you the contrast between Cyberpunk with upscaling versus S.T.A.L.K.E.R that has nearly the same performance. Seriously, 2008 game, you know, with an Intel Arc GPU. It got only 40% load on this occasion. Maybe it's got problem with the CPU because, but it's got 4.2 gig, nearly 4.3 gig on the frequency, the CPU, and yeah, it's not utilized too much. The only thing I'm afraid with this is that I have 16 gig of system RAM. Ideal would be to have 32 or something, because there's a game that I want to show you that is utilizing freaking more, 18 gig of system RAM, I think, and it's going to be a very difficult performance to achieve there. It's very interesting, this computer. It's not meant to be like this, but imagine having an Intel Arc B like a series like this and an i3 CPU. Is like, is it worth it? But well, by mistake I put it like this because I use my i9 CPU, still use my i9 CPU, and by mistake I went, you know, what's the cheapest CPU I can buy for this main board so I can install the computer without disassembling my main machine, you know. So I bought this i3, and a lucky surprise, this is a very good idea to actually benchmark this i3. I was like, this is a secondary CPU that in the future I want to see more, you know, in the computer, because I will put the old main board that I have and I'm gonna use it to test other CPUs like this from this platform. But this computer is going to be with an i9 and it will be dead like that. This is the game that I'm trying to figure out how it's performing, but hopefully I'm not gonna reach maximum system RAM utilization. This is the only problem that I wanted to pass. I got 80% load on the CPU, I got 70% load on the CPU, so both of them, they are almost maximum utilization. It feels good to see this game running on this. Seriously, it's very cheap, the CPU, and I was very happy to see this running. The video card itself is not expensive comparing it to new RTX video card, so this is a very cheap video card, and to make it work like this is just bananas. So a cheap CPU, a very cheap video card with 12 gig of VRAM. The main board is fucking expensive, seriously, I'm not going to lie, you know, because it's got SLI, it looks very premium, the main board. Hopefully it's gonna hold. I had everything updated, BIOS update, and hopefully it's gonna hold forever. So I got 1080p with ultra settings with performance on XeSS. I want to see frame generation with medium quality. I'm just curious. Oh, look at that, 60 FPS. Holy, it's moving super fast. It feels a little delay-ish, you know. It feels like the moment I move the mouse, it is like, it feels like this, like there's a delay in the movement, lag input or something like that. If I'm driving the story, I know my guns, I know what I'm packing, you know. I'm just here to shoot somebody and talk to the person and do some mission, collect some stuff, go there. I'm not going to feel that input lag. What happens if I put ultra with 16x FSR and frame generation? Nearly 90% load on the video card. I got 6.2 gig of VRAM allocated and 5 process. This is good, but look, the spikes are higher now, and yeah, it's creating problems from the CPU side, so that is not okay. I think ideal would be to have like an i5 CPU, and it will be okay, because then it's going to be much better. 8-core CPU is going to be mandatory in this case, so there is no discussion, and it will swap the bottleneck from the CPU to the GPU, and you're gonna have much better frame time in this case. This one is ultra quality. I'm gonna put it to balance, and we're gonna swap this to low quality. I'm just curious because I already seen it with that performance when I started, so I want balance on the like this. I'm 100% sure it will be more updates with this upscaling from Intel, and the Starfield is gonna benefit more, but at the moment FSR is doing a much better than the Intel version here. So FSR is much better on generating that 60 FPS. Maybe it's 36 FPS and FSR is showing you 60 FPS, but it feels 36, you know. That's how it feels, because I got 36 FPS here, but the input lag is very low. Now I had 60 FPS there, but it was like a boat, you know, like a banana, and I don't really like that. So I would rather have 40 FPS real here and no input lag, because it feels much better. Let's jump into Counter-Strike and see what's going on here with this video card and the CPU. I want to see the balance in between this. I got high as a preset. I'm gonna put everything on very high here with 1080p. Fidelity FX is disabled here, so it's gonna be very interesting to see the performance. So maximum details, 70% load on the video card score, 70% load on the CPU score. Got the nice temperature on the video card, and 70 degrees on the CPU. I don't even know if I put thermal paste on it or if it's my default thermal paste. Very interesting performance from this combination in Counter-Strike. So I got 10.2 gig of system RAM utilized, 7.3 gig of VRAM allocated, and 6.6 processed here with the video card. Maybe this is the case that the rebar is coming into play, because the performance is spectacular. I got hundreds of FPS here, 144 with maximum details on 1080p. So if I allocate this video card and this CPU in this occasion with for this game, you're gonna see that the performance is kind of good. Imagine it going with low quality, low resolution, or making custom high performance competitive settings. You have the option with this video card and the CPU. So I can guarantee you that if you're interested on making a PC and you're interested on making some nice performance in Counter-Strike with your cheap PC CPU, you can have the options, and I like it. This Intel Arc GPU can actually do the job, and I freaking love this. You know, it's performing really well. Look at it. Now the shift is swapped to the GPU. I got like 70-80% load on the GPU. I like this. Now this is going to be fantastic. Let me explain why. Look at this, 130 FPS. Let's go into the settings and let me show you what I have here. I have 1080p. I got quality preset is on high, enable tracing is off, and anti-aliasing TAA, and everything is here on very high as a preset. Very interesting setup here. Quality wise is gorgeous, everything is good. I got balance in between the CPU and the GPU theoretically, because now it's 70 to 50%. It's okay, you know. You can see the CPU is being utilized. I like the quality the video card is offering here. So without ray tracing, I don't think you can enable ray tracing in this case, but if you enable it, you're gonna see some very nice drops in this case, and it's not worth it. I think 100 FPS is good, 70 watts consumption from this video card, and almost 50 watts consumption from the CPU. So theoretically the CPU and the GPU is got what, over 100 and something watts consumption. And if I remember correctly, last time I had a comment, where's the other 100 watts, because it was saying something like that, you know. Imagine having this 160, let's say 150 watts, yeah, and the meter was showing me nearly 300 watts, and I said, where's Where's that 100 watts with this? All right, so I'm disappointed that I don't have the meter now, but in this situation, I can say, you know what? I know the CPU and the GPU are not consuming a lot of wattage. In this case, with this video card and this computer, I will say it's kind of good, you know, it's not that bad. It's a nice performance from the video card. The GPU is doing a nice job here with 5.6 gig of VRAM allocated and 4.4 processed. Nice temperature on the video card. The wattage is not that bad. Having 100 FPS in this game with 1080p, it's good, you know, it's actually a good performance. If we're jumping in Witcher with this video card and this CPU, I used the ray tracing as a preset, not ultra, only ray tracing. I clicked on it and that's it. That's the only thing I managed to do. I got 1080p here with this occasion and I got nearly 60 FPS. If there is any problems, I think I can go lower. I think I can disable ray tracing, but I just wanted to see if there is any problems with ray tracing as a preset. I got 7.2 gig of VRAM allocated and 6.4 in this occasion, and I think this is the only thing that matters. Quality, the light looks gorgeous, load on the video card is good, temperature is good, over 100 watts consumption now on this occasion with this video card. I got only 40 watts consumption from the CPU, less than 10 gig of system RAM, so I will call this a big W for the whole combination because it's holding okay on 1080p. I'm just curious, without ray tracing, how does it look? No, it looks okay even without ray. Look at that. Witchers with this, it's actually good with this. Okay, so maximum load on the video card again, 8.6 gig of VRAM allocated and 7.7 processed, 80 FPS, nice load on the video card, 65% load on the CPU, so even the CPU is doing great. I think the system RAM is gonna pass 10 gig of system RAM, so having 16 gig in this machine is actually ideal. It's only a couple of games that is passing or reaching that amount of system RAM, and if you're reaching that system amount, I think the resolution or the quality is not ideal for that i3 CPU, but definitely a good game to have on this machine. Look at this, the CPU and the GPU is doing great in this case with maximum details here without ray tracing. You can see there is a standing chance and the frame time is good, under 20, sometimes it's dropping below 10, so very flat and good MS in this case. Brilliant performance from this computer, seriously, I love this idea. This Intel Arc, it was by mistake. I put the video card inside, and that i3, I was not expecting that performance. I'm shocked. Seriously, I'm shocked. I was expecting that potato CPU. I mean, it was very cheap, seriously. I was like, this is not going to perform really well. But surprisingly, it was a very random good idea, seriously. Intel Arc GPU with an i3 CPU. I'll take this as a big W for the computer. So in the future, I want to test SLI video cards here with not having problems from the CPU, because I remember testing a couple of video cards that I had problems from the CPU. Only a couple of games, for instance, GTA Legacy, I had problems on SLI and Crossfire because it was bottlenecking. Even though the rest of the games was doing kind of good, I wanted two options in that situation in order to see if I can max out everything. It's not ideal because this mainboard doesn't use 2x16 PCI Express at maximum. One is 116, 1.8 or 8.8, or I will look into it in the future and see how it's performing. There's a lot of options in the future for this mainboard, and I think it's going to be fantastic. Hopefully, it's going to produce a lot of content, and if not, I just got a high-end mainboard and it's going to hold really well. That's it. I like it. I like the performance this video card offer. I like the performance this i3 CPU managed to offer. I don't think I tested enough games. Seriously, with this, I think it needs more testing, and I think it needs other video card inside, and I think it would be ideal if you have any suggestion for this. You know, I don't know what. I think it may be an RTX video card. Maybe it will be okay. What do you think? Maybe put an RTX video card comparing it to this Intel Arc. Maybe it's gonna have a different type of performance. I don't know, DLSS something, no? Then we can go to AMD, a more powerful one. I want to put at the wall the CPU. I want to see how much you can put. That's it. That's the one. I want to test an Intel GPU, an AMD GPU, an NVIDIA GPU to see how it's performing. Very weird combo. I don't really recommend, and that's why I want to do it. If you have any suggestion for this video card or for the system, leave a comment. Make sure you smash that like button, and I will see you very soon.